Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. This is Scott Reisch of Crime Talk, and today we're going to talk about the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German, also known as the Delphi murders. Let's talk about it. Now for a shameless plug. If you'd like the Crime Talk mug, you can have one just like me. Hit the link below. Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. This is Scott Reisch of Crime Talk. Thank you for watching. If you like the channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, hit the like button, leave a comment, and if you want to be notified of future videos or when we go live, hit that little bell in the corner. Today we're going to talk about the Delphi murders. This is the case of Abby Williams and Libby German. Abigail, or Abby Williams, was 13 years old, and Libby German was 14 when they were found dead off a rural hiking road near Delphi, Indiana on February 14th of 2017. So the day before these two young girls were found on the hillside next to this particular property, they had been dropped off by a family member, and they were going to go hiking. The family had dropped them off near an abandoned railroad bridge near Deer Creek in Carroll County, Indiana, and they began walking the trail and taking photos and posting them on Snapchat as they were walking by. Hours later, the girls failed to meet the family member to pick them up, and a search ensued. Many people started searching that particular evening, and unfortunately, the bodies were found of the two girls on February 14th of 2017. Although the cause of death has not yet been released, the coroner had ruled that both deaths were a homicide. Now, this kind of case has gone on for 2 years, and it's not for a lack of effort by the police in this particular case. The police have actually been very thorough and have literally interviewed over some 1,000 people based upon tips that had been sent out. So early in 2017, the police released a photo that was taken from a video from Libby's phone. Now, we do know that the girls were posting videos and images on Snapchat as they were out walking along this trail, and there's this image of this man in blue jeans, blue jacket, looks like maybe a red shirt underneath, kind of long hair parted down the middle, middle-aged white man. Now, apparently a lot of tips came in, but nobody could actually find out who this person is. What I think is interesting is that just recently the police have released more video, and they had also released some audio where you can hear a muffled man's voice saying "down the hill."
Guys. Down the hill. Guys.
So, is this simply a innocent thing that took place where they're talking to someone walking down the trail and maybe pointing something out down the hill, or whether they're being ordered down the hill and something nefarious was going to take place? What we do know from this photograph that has been released is that Libby and Abigail were out walking along this trail taking photos. They had their cameras out, and Libby started taking this video where this photo came from. Was it just because they had their phones out at the ready, or was it something wasn't right and they had a bad feeling? We do know that the sound of the male's voice sounds muffled. And in that particular case, was it because they were just not being careful of the microphone, or were they put it in the pocket to avoid detection? And was the words "get down the hill" something that was simply innocent, directing somebody to look at something down the hill, or was it something nefarious? That is what the police know, because it's clearly they have the video. And once the entire video is released, it'll probably shed much more light on what took place. Now, over the course of the years, the police have interviewed several people, and I'm not going to go into the names of the people that they interviewed, and the police have basically cleared them as suspects because if they've done nothing wrong, they don't need to have their name associated with this case in any particular way. There are several composite photos that have been developed. One looks similar to this gentleman from the video, as well as something more recent where the individual looks a little younger. The police believe that their suspect lives in this area in Indiana or lives in a very close proximity to it. My suspicion is that the new tack that the police are taking is that they truly believe they know who they're looking for, but they don't have enough information to actually arrest somebody. The police state, "We likely have interviewed you or someone close to you. We know this is about power to you. You want to know what we know. One day you will." This is basically taunting of this suspect to say, "I dare you to make a mistake. I dare you to come and talk to us." They know who it is. They just need a little more information. So if anyone out there in YouTube world recognizes this individual, and don't waste the police time on tips that aren't relevant. If you truly think that may be the person, if they have some tie to Delphi, Indiana, then contact the police. But the police have limited resources, and we don't need them running around on wild goose chases on non-legitimate tips. If you recognize the voice, if you recognize the sketch or the photo, and this person has ties to Delphi, then contact police. Don't waste their time on frivolous tips. These young girls, Abby Williams and Libby German, were simply out enjoying a walk on the weekend right before Valentine's Day. They were out taking selfies, as teenagers do, probably every 10 seconds. And that technology may be what solves this particular case. These girls deserve justice. And when the suspect is caught, he will deserve due process, and the truth will come out, whether early on in the case or by trial. But it will be discovered. If you know anything about it, with legitimate tips, contact the authorities. Thank you for watching Crime Talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, and hit that little notification bell so that you receive notifications of new content and when we go live.